My name is Gary Lamont Flowers. By mornings, I am host of the Gary Flowers radio show. By afternoon, I am the founder and guide of Walking the Ward with Gary Flowers, a historic walking tour of historic Jackson Ward. My work in the Richmond, Virginia community is bifurcated. In one sense, it is disseminating good information. Malcolm X was correct when he said, people can make intelligent decisions if they have good information. Secondly, my work is motivating people with good information to participate in civic engagement, to impact those issues that affect their daily lives. My Walking the Ward with Gary Flowers tours positively impact the Richmond community and those coming to Richmond because we have a great story to tell. In many ways, the Commonwealth of Virginia, in particular, the city of Richmond, and more particularly, historic Jackson Ward, is ground zero to the American empire. The stories of Mrs. Maggie Lena Walker, who I argue is the most unheralded woman, black or white, in American history, needs to be told to the world. The stories of Mr. W.W. Brown, who chartered the first African-American owned bank in American history, right here in historic Jackson Ward, needs to be revealed, and I'm very proud to play a part in that revelation. I'm excited about two priorities for 2023. First, with my radio show, we are expanding to live broadcasts around the nation. Secondly, with respect to Walking the Ward with Gary Flowers, we're expanding our global reach by incenting tourists from around the world. We've done a great job in our regional reach, but now we will reach to the world and say, come to Richmond, Virginia, walk the ward with Gary Flowers, and learn of its hidden history, hidden no more. As I have inherited a rich family legacy of contributions to Richmond, Virginia, I pray that my legacy, when it's all said and done, will be to advance the cause of historical awareness so that we can advance individually and institutionally to a better world.
I'm Kelly Lemon.
And I'm Melody Short.
And I'm Rashida Creighton, and we are the co-founders of the JWC Foundation, which produces Community Business Academy, Jackson Ward Collective, and Blackstreet Conference.
Everything sometimes happens out of a necessity, and because of the death of George Floyd, the three of us were kind of thrown in a position to use our God-given talents to form a partnership and an organization that we knew would help others. 2020 kind of opened up a lot of eyes to a lot of people about the fact that we weren't equal, but we were sharing these spaces, but the resources and the opportunities were not given to all. So that's why we decided to pay homage to the Jackson Ward neighborhood, which is the birthplace of Black entrepreneurship. And then how do we expand that to make this a national business opportunity experience so that other people can see, okay, if it started right here in Richmond, Virginia, and the ways that they grew and moved up on the entrepreneur scale, how do we make sure that those same opportunities, that same blueprint can be given to all?
JWC Foundation's priorities are around three programs. Our Community Business Academy, which is a 12-week program for current and aspiring entrepreneurs that teaches business basics. The second priority is Jackson Ward Collective, which is our membership-based program that offers individualized business coaching, programming, and technical support, as well as financial support to Black business owners in the Richmond region. And then our third priority is Blackstreet Conference. That is a national conference that is really designed to support Black business owners from across the country. It's a time for networking, connecting, and as Kelly always says, to learn from the people that have been there and spent that.
We offer community to Black entrepreneurs through our programming so they don't feel that they are on an island alone on this journey. We offer education through our Community Business Academy so that their businesses are strengthened in formalized classroom settings. And we also offer capital resources to Black entrepreneurs so they are not starting from scratch, which is typically the way a Black business starts here in our area.
We are standing on the shoulders of some serious giants. When you think about Maggie Lena Walker, John Mitchell, Bilbo Jangles Robinson, even the street that we're on right now, which is named after the late, great Arthur Ashe. The legacy was already formed right here in Richmond. The pride, the honor was already here. So in order for us to make sure that the stories are continuously being told, that's part of our legacy, to make sure that we're passing this down to our daughters, to our sons, to our nieces, to our nephews, to all of those that are like, well, who is that person and what did they do in Richmond? If their story was erased, it's our job to bring it back. And then also build these new stories, build this new community, let people know that Black entrepreneurship was not only birthed here, but it can continue to survive here and thrive here. And the most important thing that we need to do with this legacy is buy these blocks. Ownership is very important to us. And so in order to leave a legacy within the Richmond community, we have to continue to tell these stories. We have to make sure that all people are involved and that we're also supporting them in the ways to which others in this community have been supported for years, decades, centuries.
My name is Janine Yvette Bell, and I lead the Elegba Folklore Society. The Elegba Folklore Society provides educational opportunities through the arts. We want to present high-quality artistic engagement in so many dimensions, whether it's performing arts, whether it's visual arts and material culture, whether it's artistic expression in festivals, whether it's artistic interpretation through cultural history tours. We hope that our programs are holistic experiences that not only bring joy and affirmation, but also many times transformation. Even here at the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts, as we can hear and see the people who are involved, who come here and get excited by what they see, who look at the images and find relationship there. Our intentions are similar. Our culture is the key to our success. In the early 90s, I became acquainted with what was to become the Richmond slave trail. And as time went on and our minds expanded at the Elegba Folklore Society, we realized that more appropriately, it should be the trail of enslaved Africans. Because they were African people. They were our family. Our family. So at the very least, these are African people who became enslaved. There are so many cultural groups here in America, and those who came here voluntarily came with their culture intact. African people, of course, didn't come here voluntarily. The ticket to get on the boat was to lose everything that made us whole. So our cultural arts programs are intended to restore that knowledge, that connectivity, that sense of selfness, that sense of self-love. People have come to us after walking along the trail of enslaved Africans and tell us, I just wanted to do this before I die. When people come from other cities as adults and they bring their children and they say, I'm bringing my children to this program because my parents brought me when I was a child, and I want to give my children the same thing. It's just so humbling. And I just hope that as time goes on, and I don't, that people will remember and be happy that they learned something about their heritage.